What up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Miles of Horror. Appreciate y'all hanging out.
Hail to the king, baby.
And it is Tuesday night, and I've got my Vinegar Syndrome February package. It's a massive package this month, I gotta tell you guys. And a lot of new stuff this month that I'm really excited for. And I'm gonna break this thing down just like I did in January, where I'm gonna show you my gets, kind of break down what I got in January for you, and then also get into the X's and O's, the number crunching of this month, how much I saved, all my partner label stuff, what I saved on the partner labels, because I made a vow to myself that this year I was going to keep track monthly of what I saved. So that at the end of the year, I can kind of take a look at the financials, because I've always kind of been of the mindset, at least the last couple of years, that like monetarily, the sub is not the reason why I do it. Okay, I do it because it is an unbelievably fun thing to do, and the amount of discovery that you get from being a subscriber is fantastic, and that's kind of the reason why I do it. I probably wouldn't have spent all the money that I did if I wasn't a subscriber. So it kind of forces you to buy more. But if you are a fan of the partner label stuff and you like discovery and you like seeing all this new stuff that you wouldn't have otherwise picked up, that's where the bread and butter really is for the subscription. So I really wanted to keep track of the monetary financial stuff this year, month to month, each individual title, what I save, and then at the end of the year, kind of like break it down and see exactly how much I saved. Because the biggest part for me is that's the partner label savings. So anyway, I've got it here. Let's get into it. Now, I also want you guys to know that there are I like, it's a little crazy, but I kind of started to dip into the Melusine stuff. And if you guys are not familiar, Melusine is their partner site. It's their like adult type stuff. And so they had a big Valentine's Day sale. And so it was like really crazy sales, like super, super cheap. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'll pick up some adult stuff. I thought it looked very intriguing. Yes, for the fact that it's adult, but also for the fact that like a lot of these titles, like Through the Looking Glass, are like very, very famous movies. And so I was just kind of more interested in kind of the psyche and the lore of these movies that are so ingrained in the kind of erotica history. So that's what really interested me. Of course, the TNA and the erotica is always a plus, but yeah, let's get into it. So I do want to just note that I do have some Melusine titles in here. And I didn't equate for those in my February log. So when I get to that eventually, you'll see it's all my February partner label titles, but not the Melusine stuff. As far as the savings are concerned, because that was all on the Valentine's Day sale. So I don't really know. I'd have to like deep dive into the logistics of that. Maybe I will eventually, but I just didn't include it for my purposes at this point in time. So let's get into it, man. Let's see what I got. Because this is honestly like one of the biggest months I can remember in recent history. When you tack on all the partner label things and you tack on the Melusine stuff, I mean, this is a massive box. This thing is not moving in here. Like, it's stacked with movies. So, and it's cool. Like, when you get every month, you get a package. But like when it hits you like this, when it's just like a massive pack of movies, it's very exciting. Okay, and so yeah, so one of the things that was super cool is that I just placed the order for the Melusine stuff during the Valentine's Day sale. I think it was like even like a couple days ago, like maybe the 20th or 21st. I actually finally placed those orders, and so they were able to get it in my subscription, which is super cool. So yeah, I mean, I don't even know where to start here. There's just so much, so I'm just gonna like pick up some titles and get into it. All right. So also, I think my card's in here, like my Vinegar Syndrome subscriber card. I'm seeing people with it online, but I haven't gotten mine yet. I would hope. I don't know. I thought it was gonna be sent separately. Oh, maybe this is it. Oh yeah, it's in here. So I'll show you guys that in a minute. All right, so let's see what we got. So first off, so Deadwood Park. Now this is a Saturn's Core title. If you guys are fans of my channel, you know I'm a slut for Saturn's Core. A lot of shot on video, low budget type stuff. A lot of like almost like snuffy, like hardcore type stuff. But I'm a big fan of their label. So Deadwood Park. I have almost their entire discography. So I'm excited to check this one out. All right, next up. So again, this is I guess one of the Melusine titles that I picked up. It is one of the Melusine titles that I picked up. And they actually had this one at the archive when I went last week. And I had it coming, so I didn't get it, but it's inside Little Oral Annie. And yeah, there you go. So my very first Melusine title. This one is actually not Melusine. This is Quality X, I believe is the name of the company, but it's sold on the Melusine site. So they have their little X logo up top. But yeah, inside Little Oral Annie. Okay. Next up, I'm gonna hold off on these because I do know there's some more to that. Okay. Let's get over to more of the Vinegar Syndrome stuff. Maybe I'll do the Melusine stuff last. All right, so we've got Demon Warp. Now, this is a big deal for me. I love this movie. Okay, this is an early 80s, I believe early 80s, like bizarre backwards kind of monster movie slasher that turns just absolutely crazy and bonkers. It's such a fun movie. And this honestly is like this is exactly the reason why I love Vinegar Syndrome and one of the reasons why I've been subscribing for 7 years. And they built an empire on titles like this, and I really mean that. So Demon Warp is absolutely another Spookies. It's another Demon Wind. It's titles that they would have put out back in the day that are finally getting the love they deserve. I love Demon Warp. So this was like a big deal for me. I had the VHS with this, man. I love this movie. So yeah, Demon Warp, enter a prime evil world of future shock and alien terror. Let me know what you guys think of this one if you've watched it, because Demon Warp is a ton of fun, man. Look at the stills on the back. It's a badass movie. It's also one of those movies that you think is one thing and it's something totally different, which is just great. All right, next. This is one I'm really excited for too. Body of Evidence, An Act of Love, Act of Murder. Really, this is like a Madonna erotic thriller from the 90s. Dude, I've said it before, but I've been really digging the erotic thrillers they've been doing, like Jade and I did another big one too, Sliver. Jade and Sliver, both kick-ass movies, dude. And so yeah, I mean, Madonna, Willem Dafoe, Joe Mantegna, and Archer. I mean, this is an all-star cast, man. I'm really excited for this one. I've been really digging the 90s erotica. Even like Showgirls, dude. Like I've been digging that vibe a lot. All right, next we've got Bacterion, aka Panic. Now, when they first announced this thing, I was looking at it like I don't even know what this thing is. It's an Italian like body horror movie. But I once I did a little bit more research and I realized that this is Panic. I didn't realize that at first. I've had this thing in my cart on MVD probably 18 times. I've literally on every single sale they have a DVD that goes for super cheap, like $7, and I always put it in my cart and I haven't pulled the trigger on it. So the fact that this came my subscription was awesome because there's a movie that I was looking at so many times. I've heard mixed reviews on this one, but I'm really excited. It looks pretty dope. Bacterion, aka Panic, really cool art on that one. And it is a 4K. And that's the thing. Another thing about, the Vinegar Syndrome subscription these days. Yes, it's pricier, but already I have I have 3 4Ks already this month. I mean, that's just that all 3 Vinegar Syndrome I'm sorry, all 3 Vinegar Syndrome titles are 4K so far this month. The other 2 are not Vinegar Syndrome. So, all right, let's keep on cruising here. All right, let's do this because this is kind of cool. This is the card. I think this is my my Vinegar Syndrome subscription card. Boom, 2026. Ooh, this is nice, man. This is a nice touch, dude. It's really hard to see. I wish it was a little bit more pronounced, but it's hard to see. But it actually said, can you guys see that? A little bit. You can see it said it's like almost like embossed, kind of Vinegar Syndrome on the front. It's very hard to see. See if I can get in the light. There you go. You can see it a little bit. But it's kind of like embossed Vinegar Syndrome. And then you open it up and boom, man, 2026 subscriber. Am I supposed to like carry this thing around with me? It's fucking badass presentation. Yo, say what you want about Vinegar Syndrome, but like their presentation second to none. Like even their car, even this, like they did this right too. Damn, bro. Holy moly. Yo, this thing is a brick. It's like it weighs a pound. I'm not even kidding you. This thing weighs a pound. Damn. See, this is kind of cool, man. Like, say what you want, but like they make everything feel premium. Everything. everything, and they've built an empire on that, man. And this thing's fucking dope, dude. This is a super super dope thing. This isn't a credit card. This is like a brass metal like. This thing's nuts. Nice touch, Vinegar Syndrome. Honestly, this is fucking awesome. This makes it feel very premium. Let's grab some water here. All right, let's keep on cruising here. So, all right, we got Embalmer. This is again, I went a little ham on the partner label title this month. They had a lot of good stuff. So Embalmer, when the pain goes away, you're dead. A horror film by S. Toriano. Berry. This looks awesome. Very excited for this one. All right, next up we got ooh, this is kind of cool. Dead of Night. I think this one sold. I think both these sold out. A lot of the partner label stuff sold out this month. But this is Wayne Spitzer's Dead of Night, the complete series. Please hurry, there's someone in my house. This is like a super low budget, like 90s vibe. And they did like the series that was never actually released. So I was feeling it, man. Dead of Night. Then we've got this movie. I had no choice. I had to get it because it's just I love shit like this. The movie is called Hoagie. Okay, about this little like alien type creature named Hoagie. It totally gives me Psycho Gorman vibes, and I think that's what kind of drew me into it. And this thing was selling fast, man. There's 1,000. It sold out super quick. The slip sold out in like super super quick. But Brendan is new to this neighborhood. Hoagie is new to this world. Yeah, Hoagie. Let's fucking rock and roll, man. Now, it's probably going to be terrible, but that's okay. All right, we got Foyers Mertures and the films of Antoine Pellissier. I don't remember much about this one. This is a Bleeding Skull title. I'm a big supporter of Bleeding Skull. I think they do a lot of work with TerrorVision, but I've been a fan of Bleeding Skull for a while, so I always like picking up their stuff. They do great stuff. And then we've got Cat Sick Blues. This is another one that I've had the DVD in my cart for many, many times over at MVD, and I just never pulled the trigger. But this is a Wild Eye title, and if you guys follow my channel, you know I have a huge Wild Eye collection. They are usually mostly bad movies, but they're super fun to watch, and I really enjoy bad movies. You heard that's what you get at Miles of Horror, guys. A lot of bad movie talk. So this one looked awesome. Cat Sick Blues. I was a big champion of Disco Exorcist when they dropped. So I'm really I'm so happy Wild Eye is back in the fold. Say what you want about them. I don't really know exactly what went on behind the scenes, but I'm really happy that they're back and doing releases and all that good stuff because I like their movies. I mean, that's just the honest truth that I like their movies, and so. The fact that they're back doing shit is super cool to me. So, so those are like the main Vinegar Syndrome and partner label things, and then you had a couple. You had Inside the Little Oral Annie, which was the adult title, the Melusine title from Quality X. So I got a few more Melusine titles here. Now, let me tell you exactly what drew me to Melusine. Okay, I never ever would have thought that I'd pick up a Melusine title. I do enjoy erotica type stuff. I do enjoy like Pink Line stuff. Big fan of Cat 3 stuff, which can be some overlap there. But it was this. This is the title that kind of made me think like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go check out the site. Because up until this, I was like, I'm not gonna get anything. But that is Driller. Ooh. Can I show this? Yeah, so there's a little bit of the beast in all of us. You can see this is adults, XXX only. So it was Driller. This was a Valentine's Day drop. This is actually another Wild Eye releasing title, which is so interesting to me that Wild Eye is doing a XXX feature, but they are. Now, Driller is basically it's a feature length. I think it's just under like 70 minutes. So it's not too long, but it is feature length. And it is basically a spoof of Michael Jackson's Thriller, but with sex. And so it's an erotica Michael Jackson thriller, and it's called Driller. And so I have seen this VHS tape around. This is kind of like a really popular VHS tape that goes for big money. It goes for like 50, 60 bucks. And so they dropped this. I was like, you know what? I really kind of want to see that. And so I was like, let me head over to the site just to check it out because I think I'm going to get it. It's Wild Eye. And then they had this crazy sale, and I just kind of rolled with it and started to pick up more Melusine stuff. And so, yeah, I'm excited to check this one out, man. It's called Driller. But that's really what drew me to the Melusine site to begin with. All right, next up, like if you're a child of the '90s, like I just had to get these. I had to. And I've never seen them, but this was an absolute '90s child like grail, I guess you can call it. But that is Debbie Does Dallas. And now this is like as famous of a porn or erotica movie in my lifetime, in my absolute lifetime. This was like the thing in the '90s, like, oh, when you joke around with your friends, oh, you're gonna watch Debbie Does Dallas, and then Debbie Does Dallas too. These were very, very famous movies, and these were kind of like the erotica movies of the '90s, and I mean that factually. And so and again, even though I was a child in the '90s, I still have never seen these. So like I probably have referred to this movie probably 1,000 times in my life, honest truth. And like just joking and making fun of my friends and joking around, but I've never seen it. So this was, in my opinion, like a landmark release, man. I think this is the first time it's ever been put out on Blu Ray. So I was like, you know what, dude? I want to catalog these. I'm down with this. I don't really know what they're about. I don't even know how much sex is in these things. I really don't because I'm such a noob. But I was just like, I gotta check it out, man. I think this is gonna be a really fun watch. Just despite the erotica-ness of it, I think that would be fun as well. But yeah, like Debbie Does Dallas, and they did the sequel, man. Debbie Does Dallas too. So I'm into it, man. I'm excited to check them out. All right, next we got. Let me see, make sure I can show this stuff. So this was a title. We got hot and saucy pizza girls, hot legs in California. Gigolos, a 3-pack. Now, Pizza Girls is a DVD I'd seen many, many times over. And I've seen the shirts many times over. And I was just like, this seems like a cool movie. So I want to check it out. Obviously, the women look beautiful. And so this was selling super quick. This sold like, I want to say like 1,000 copies during that week. So it was getting down there. The DVD was sold out. So I picked it up. I'm really excited to check it out. Hot and saucy Pizza Girls. I'll say that one more time. Hot and saucy Pizza Girls.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
I had to do that one. All right, next we've got and I'm kind of saving the best for last year, but we've got a movie called Neon Night. This one just stood out to me. It was I think like $17. It wasn't bad at all, and I just thought it looked pretty spicy. So I thought I'd pick it up. Cecil Howard's Neon Nights. So I'm excited for that one. And then last but not least, this was I'm sorry, I got two more. This was apparently a big deal release. And so I just had some FOMO on it. And I'm like, if I'm going to get into the Melusine stuff, I'm going to pick this one up. I don't want to like not have this in my collection if I do end up like getting into this Melusine stuff pretty hard. But it is Through the Looking Glass. Now, I have to say, again, as with all Vinegar Syndrome titles, they make everything feel absolutely premium and spectacular. And this is no different, man. This is Through the Looking Glass. This is their third title. Now, the main main Melusine line, which is the direct Vinegar Syndrome partner label, I believe has released all of their titles in these like limited edition cases. And they're wild, dude. These are gorgeous. And I think it's cool that they did something a little different with these. Ooh, these are kind of cool. So what happens is it's like it's in this case, and then it comes up like this. Like this. So just see, I love that these are different, man. So then you have the I mean, this feels fucking premium, dude. This is a side loader slit. It's like a hollow slit. That's fucking badass, dude. And apparently this is like a very, very landmark famous movie. And so again, it goes in like this really premium vibe. Damn, dude, this is gorgeous. This presentation on this is gorgeous. It's a little hard to get in the case, but just gorgeous. So yeah, Through the Looking Glass. I'm really excited to check this one out for sure. And then lastly, I got a movie called Dracula Sucks. This has been around for a long time. This is a Peekarama title. But it wasn't originally a 4K. They did a DVD, and the 4K was a recent release, and they did not what was I gonna say? This was selling out. So I picked it up. They didn't have any slipcovers left. So I picked up the standard. It was super cheap. And it was like $15. But yeah, not more of the same. But I kind of like the erotica stuff that has a horror vibe. That was kind of what I was going with for most of these. Through the Looking Glass, Driller. I guess that's pretty much it. And Dracula Sucks. But yeah, I'm excited to check them out, man. I'm really I'm feeling the vibe on those. So we'll see how that goes. I will be sure to keep you guys posted. But that is my haul. Now let me take you guys through this month's savings and what that looked like, etc. So I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Let's head over to let's do this. Share screen. Boom. So the way I kind of broke it down in January was like this. Okay. I went through every title that I picked up and then my extras. So these are the actual January Vinegar Syndrome titles right here. Let me zoom in a little bit. So these are the actual Vinegar Syndrome titles, what came in my subscription. Now there's no way you can't see it with a discounted price. They don't offer that on the website. So there are ways I could figure that out at the end, but I'm not even going to bother with that for now. I'm just going to take inventory on what they cost and then kind of do the reverse math at the end. So this is what the January titles cost. Then I have the extras, the partner label titles, etc. So let's get into February. So we had 3 titles. Okay, so we had Demon Warp, we had Bacterion, and we had Body of Evidence. Let me just fix this actually real quick. VS price, and then VS price. So again, this is what Vinegar Syndrome charges on their website. You'll never be able to see the subscriber discount on that because those are titles that come in your subscription already. So they don't even offer that option. Like if you go typically for a title, it'll say discount if it's a partner label, but because it's already in your subscription, they don't offer it again. But anyway, so yeah, so this is what they cost. You got Demon Warp 43, Bacterion 43, and Body of Evidence 45. So that is 45 and 43 is 88 plus another 43 is 131. Is my math right on that? But anyway, 131 for 1 month of titles. Now, if you extrapolated that, that's 1,000. That's like 1,300, which I probably paid like 900 for my subscription. So you're already saving like 400 if you extrapolated that. But other months you get even more than 3 titles. But anyway, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I think that the math will be pretty solid in the end. But all right, so here are the extras, and here's kind of how I broke it down. So first off, Cat Sick Blues. Now the Vinegar Syndrome price, okay, for if you're a non-subscriber was $28.99. Now because I was a subscriber, I paid $20.99. So that is a total savings of $8. Okay, so let's head on to Dead of Night. So again, the Vinegar Syndrome price, if you're not a subscriber, was $31.99. And I'll make note that most of these sold out. So if you wanted these movies, you had to buy them or they're going to sell out before any kind of crazy sales, because the stuff from this year does not go on sale. So these things are not going to go on sale for at least another 10 to 12 months, and they will sell out before that. So they either sold out already or they will sell out before it goes on sale, which is kind of like a big reason to buy the subscription service. But anyway, so it was $31.99. If you are a subscriber, it was $23.99, which is a total of $8 savings, which seems to be a common theme so far this year, that I'm saving about $8 per title on the partner label stuff.
Gonna cost you a lot of money. Let's see.
Okay, so let's continue here. So next up, we've got Deadwood Park. This is the Saturn's core title. So if you're the base price for Vinegar Syndrome is $28.99. If you're a subscriber, it was $20.99. Total savings of $8. Then you had Embalmer, which again, the VS price was $28.99. The sub price was $20.99, which was an $8 savings. Foyers, Mertures, and the films of Antoine Pelissier. Okay, the Vinegar Syndrome price on the website was $32.99. The sub price was $24.99. Okay, savings of $8. And then lastly, Hoagie. The VS price was $28.99. If you're a subscriber, it is $20.99, which is a total of $8 in savings. Now, again, you could wait on these things and hope that they go on sale, but like I said, most of this stuff sold out. I believe. So I'll double check that in a minute, but the total savings was $48 this month, not including any of the Melusine stuff. Okay. So right now I've saved $48 in February and I saved $29 in January. So 48 plus 30 is 78. I've saved $77 in the first 2 months. So if you were to multiply that times 5, because there's 10 months of the subscription, 78 times 5 it's about $400. Okay, if you were to extrapolate this over 10 months, which again, I don't know if I'm going to be saving as much every month. It could be less, could be more, but given what I've saved so far, it's a savings of about $400. That if you take that off your subscription, is quite a bit. So, yeah, so that's been my my savings so far this month. So about $78 total on both January and February. And that's kind of where I'm at with the sub. That's kind of what I have saved. A ton of money, again, about $130, right? Was that it? $103 so far in 2 months. And again, this subscription is just getting started. It's just February. So it's a pretty decent price. Now, would I picked up these titles if I wasn't a subscriber? Probably not. So it's a model that gets you to spend more, but you can save a lot of money. And that's kind of what it comes down to. If you want a fun discovery kind of vibe, the subscription's great. But the more that the months go by, I'm looking forward to just, kind of figuring out a little bit more if it's worth it, if it's not worth it these days. Because again, I've been subscribing for 7 years and I want to do the research this year. So anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging out. If you like these kind of videos, hit that like button. I'm going to keep doing them each month. This is February. I'll do March, April, May. June, there's nothing. And then I'll do July, August, September, October, November. I think I got that right. And then December will be off. So I appreciate you guys hanging out, man. Hit that like button. As always, sound off down in the comments on anything you want to talk about. I appreciate you all hanging out, and I'll catch you later. Peace.